teammates are warming up. Good first half by Iran. They trail by 9, 42-33. They shot the ball extremely well from outside. 6 of 13 from long range. They've yet to win in this tournament. This is the beginnings of what Iran hopes, and their coach Raiko Toraman hopes will be a regular visit to the Olympics. They're a team that won to get here. They had to win the FIBA Asia Championship without any NBA players. They did it, and so it was an accomplishment for them to be here in itself. Argentina expected to do well. The defending gold medal champs have 5 NBA players, all in their starting lineup.
Well, one of the things that's happening here is Argentina's winning the battle, but they're in risk of losing the war. We talked at the top of the show about how they needed to get this game under their belt and get rest for their top 6 players. This team goes 6 deep. Their top 6 players in the first half played 88 minutes and 30 seconds out of a possible 100 minutes. That is not how they plan to go into this game, and certainly not how they plan to finish this game, with those 6 players getting big minutes in a game they should win easily.
Coming up next on NBC's Olympic Basketball Channel, it's Greece and Angola in HD. Here's Ehedadi. Down low, nowhere to go, has to kick it back outside. And that one rims in.
Ehedadi with the no-look pass out to the three-point line. A better job of reading the double team when he put the ball on the floor. Didn't put his head down, able to make a play to his teammate. And that's something the coaching staff talked to him about at halftime.
Mohamed Samed Nika with a three-pointer. And let's see, Ehedadi, did he goaltend?
Referee says yes. Gutierrez will go to the free throw line.
As the Leonardo Martin Gutierrez comes in, 6'7" forward. He'll get some opportunity here. Free throw is good. Gutierrez playing his first minutes as we begin the second half, and Argentina leads by 9, 45-36.
But you want to talk 6 deep. Gutierrez, to this point in the tournament, has played 11 minutes in 3 games total for Argentina, now starting in the second half.
That time Ehedadi got open and then crossed himself up going to the reverse, but he's able to draw the foul.
See that tape on the right hand of Ehedadi? Able to go into the locker room and put some tape on his right hand after injuring that right hand, or cutting that right hand in the first half. Able to get some tape on that appears to be sticking.
In Olympic play, you get a couple of timeouts in the first, 3 full in the second, including overtime. Right now, a 7-point advantage for Argentina. Alberto nowhere to go, or Scola rather, and he's blocked by Ehedadi.
Ehedadi, that's something he'll have to change if he plays in the NBA. Kind of camped himself in the lane there. Stayed there for about 3 days, waited for Alberto to go up and under. Nice block shot, but that's not a defense he'll be able to play in the NBA. Has to be able to move in and out of the lane. There he is in the middle of the floor, waiting for just the right moment. Blocks the shot with the right hand.
Turnover by Sahakian. That is the 8th by Iran. Prigioni with it. He and Ginobili running the backcourt. Jumper in the lane by Scola, and he gets his own miss and able to loop it back up and in.
Nice job by Scola that time to go under the shot blocking arm of Ehedadi. Little spinning lay-in with the right hand.
Argentina with the lead and winning the battle of the boards at this point. Ehedadi with a nifty left-handed hook along the baseline. Now has 11.
Tape on the right hand, go to the left hand. He's shown that versatility, the ability to use either hand. And that type of versatility, right hand, left hand, intriguing at that size.
He's 4 of 8. Ginobili over Ehedadi. How about that? And Ehedadi had him covered pretty well.
Ginobili's seen a few shot blockers in his day, and has taken it to Ehedadi's body early in the first half. Pulled up that time before Ehedadi could block the shot.
You practice against Tim Duncan every day, and I would think that would help. Ginobili, part of 3 San Antonio Spurs NBA championships. Nocioni knifes into the lane and draws a foul.
Pump fake, bring it back to the middle of the floor. And you look at the difference between good players and average players. Nocioni, as he went to the rim, even during contact, never took his eyes off the target. Head up, eyes on the target, hit in the head, hit in the arm. How many times in international play do you see players go to the basket, close their eyes or lose sight or look for the contact? Great players never take their eye off that rim, and Nocioni didn't do it that time on a drive where 2 players collapsed and fouled.
Nocioni was part of that gold medal winning team in 04, and the 3rd leading scorer on that team at 10 points a game in Athens.
Well, Metafog is having difficulty getting a catch here. Did a nice job in the first half of making threes. Right now, Manu Ginobili preventing him from catching.
Javon Davari with a power move down the left side of the lane. Gets it to go left-handed.
You see the adjustments made by Argentina. Fog in the first half, big from the 3-point line. Match up Manu Ginobili on him and take it away from him. But Davari able to slice down in the lane, unable to finish the 3-point play.
Iran still within 8. They are doing it from the outside so far. Ginobili connects for 3.
You see how great players take the challenge on both ends of the floor. Right now, Ginobili on the Fog. He's not going to let him catch the ball, working him on the weak side. And then offensively, just pick and roll situation. Defender goes under, knocks down the jumper.
Ehedani spin move inside, goes to the left hand. So the big man starting to get untracked. He's got 13. And it's a 9-point game. Ginobili one more time over Ehedani, who did not close him out quick enough. And Ginobili's having a tremendous game. He's got 20 in 19 minutes of play.
Again, Ehedani thought he had him, thought he was close enough. A quick release by Ginobili in a pick and roll situation, knocks down his 2nd straight 3.
That is the difference between the NBA game and the international game. Extra quickness of people like Manu Ginobili in so many aspects of the game. Prigioni whistled for the foul.
But somehow, some way in this game, Argentina's going to have to create enough separation to get their top 6 players, or a majority of their top 6 players, a significant portion of the 4th quarter on the bench. And to this point, they've allowed Iran to hang around. And the 6 players who play the lion's share of the minutes have still played the lion's share of the minutes against Iran.
Antonio Porta in the game for Argentina. Strong move to the rack by Mohamed Samed Nika. And Nika now has 5. Here's Ginobili. One-on-one, step-back jumper again overhead. Dottie 3 times in the sequence of the last 5 minutes. Ehedani just dropped his head after that one. 7-2, could not guard 6-6.
Again, just get that notebook out, young man, and write that one down. Again, thinking you're close enough. As Davari again, slicing in for the 2nd time, gets himself all the way to the rim. Nice finish with the left hand.
Yeah, Javari now. He's played well in this game. He's got 7 points. Argentina with a comfortable 11-point lead at the moment, with 4:45 to go in the 3rd, and Manu Ginobili leading the way. He's got 23 points, 3 of 5 from behind the arc, and 5 of 7 overall. He's made all 4 of his field goals, has 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. The complete game by Ginobili. Great pass inside. Scola lays it up and in. Ginobili with the assist. 61-48.
Take what the defense gives you. 3 straight jump shots. All of a sudden, jump shot not there. Make a play to your teammate at the rim. Again, look at the defense that Ginobili's playing on a Fog. Now switches off. Scola picks him up.
And there's a foul call. Let's see 2 officials blew a whistle, and the official under the basket made a call. I believe it's on Nika.
Called a non-shooting foul. Baseline out of bounds this time for Iran. New 24-second clock.
That's the third on Nika. Now let's see if it is on him. I believe it's on one of the Argentines. Prigione's got 3. And down low, Ehedadi is fouled.
Gutierrez picking up the foul that time. But Ehedadi at his size, one of the things that maybe concerns some NBA general managers and scouts watching him play now is you'd like to see a 7-footer just go up with 2 hands and try to flush that. Instead of trying to change it and finesse it to the basket, got an opportunity to take it to the rim strong with 2 hands and finish with a dunk. They know Ehedadi's crafty. But does he have the ability in traffic to finish with strength and finish with a dunk? He has not shown that, other taking wide open dunks, but in traffic has shown maybe I want to change this up around the rim. Just love to see him take it hard.
He's really more of a finesse player at his size right now, and hey, there's nothing wrong with that, except there are times when you need to be powerful just to, you know, cross the defense up. Nice pass down low. Gutierrez to Ginobili. He lays it up and he's fouled. So Manu Ginobili having a great night, 25 points.
But look where Ginobili is, along the baseline. In international basketball, that is a spot on the floor that is utilized more so than in the NBA. They run that baseline. They try to get behind defenses, try to get behind zone defenses, and Ginobili just runs along the baseline, catches the pass, lays it in, and now a 3-point play.
Ginobili with 26, 4 minutes to go, and the biggest lead of the ball game, 64-49. Argentina, and they have seized control of this one completely. Nocioni gets knocked down, and
there's your flop.
The hit by Shahakian. And to the officials' credit, they didn't blow a whistle.
But again, that time, unlike in the first half where I thought there was enough contact to take him to the floor, this time there's no question that there was not enough contact to take Nocioni to the floor. Nocioni tries to draw attention to himself by violently throwing himself to the floor. Good no call by the official.
Substitution for Iran. Mahdi Kamrani is in, and Argentina goes to their bench again. So we're seeing some players we have not seen. Leonardo Martin Gartines is in. The 31-year-old, 6'7" forward. Nocioni and Argentina at the line. That's been the one area they have not been up to par. 11 of 18, now 12 of 19. But the lead is 14, and that's their biggest advantage of the ball game.
Antonio Porto on the ball right now has played 9 minutes total to this point in 3 games in group play for Argentina.
Well, Argentina by 14, and if they can play these last 3 minutes of the quarter and finish strong. Here's Ginobili going behind his back. Kicks in the corner to Gutierrez, who misses. Ehedadi with a rebound. They'll have their opportunity in those last 10 minutes to rest these starters.
That number is going to be critical. It might not seem like a lot, but that 10 minutes that we're talking about, the difference between leaving those starters out for an extra 10 minutes, playing them 160, 170 minutes for top 6 players, it's going to catch up with them some point, and it might catch up with them in the middle round.
Ginobili with his second block. And Porta has it to run the offense for the moment. Get it back from Gutierrez. Work the perimeter to Nocioni. Gutierrez kick back to the open man. But the shot missed by Leonardo Martin Gutierrez. In the quarter, Argentina's made 8 of their 12 field goal attempts. Both teams shooting well. Iran is 7 of 12. Drive to the bucket. They go Try to alley-oop, and now a kick back. Oh, Nocioni runs over.
Fogg takes the front of that.
Whoa.
A shot fake and a nice play by a Fogg to read the defender, place his body in harm's way. Nocioni picks up the foul.
Now timeout in the third. Argentina by 14 from Beijing.
Irán y Estados Unidos, todo el mundo.
Ginobili stands 6'6". He scored 26 points in 23 minutes in this one. 9 of 13 shooting. 3 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, and a couple of block shots by Ginobili. He has played the complete game, and his team leads by 14. The defending gold medalists, and they're playing in this one as if they are the defenders.
Well, again, if you're Sergio Hernandez, the head coach of the Argentine national team, that's enough for Manu Ginobili. Thank you. You've helped us win the game. Here's your reward. Come sit on the bench next to me for the entire fourth quarter. And that's exactly what he would like to happen. Build himself a lead. Have Manu play well, which he has. And get him a seat on the bench for as much of that fourth quarter as you possibly can.
13-point advantage under 2 minutes to go here in the third. Mike Crispino and Bob Salmi with you from our New York studios at 30 Rock. And from Beijing, it's Argentina and Iran, and Argentina will keep possession of the ball. It's deflected off of Shahakian. We're seeing the bench a little bit in this one of the Argentine team, and there is Nocioni with a jump shot.
So a reverse pivot that time.
Nocioni's first basket of the ball game. He's got 5 points in 22 minutes.
5 points, 1 flop, 2 knockdowns.
And a scoop shot goes in. Nice drive that time by Hameda Fogg. He's having a tremendous game for Iran. He's got 19 points, made 7 of 8 field goals.
Doing it off the dribble, knocking down 3-point shots.
Hey, you were talking about Iran and being in this tournament earlier in the tournament. Some of the things you're seeing from a Fogg tonight, and there's Ginobili again, 29 for him. But some of the things you're seeing from a guy like a Fogg is playing against better competition. He has stepped it up. He's
Absolutely.
played better.
Sometimes it brings out the best in you, and you can grow over the course of 5 games. You can start to, you know, like all of a sudden, hey, I get this. I understand this. I can play at this level. And you start to get a little confidence, and things start to happen for you. And end up playing a game like he's played today against Argentina.
Nocioni's steal on the layup, and the biggest advantage of the ball game for Argentina, 72-54 with 20 seconds left in the third. There's a 6-second differential on the clock, the shot clock and the game clock. Let's see how Iran runs their offense here. They'll go jump shot. Oh! Kamrani drills one.
The clock continues to run at the end of quarters, first 3 quarters in international play.
And that'll bring the third quarter to an end. Argentina 72 and Iran 57. Argentina's outscored them in all 3 quarters. They're in control by 15, headed to the final 10 minutes from Beijing. look at the stats after 3. The field goals by Argentina well over 50%. They're at 57%. Manu Ginobili, a monster game, 29 points on 10 of 4 shooting. He's made 4 of 6 from behind the arc and 5 of 5 from the line. And he has been a frustrating assignment for Ahmed Ahadadi in this one. The 7-footers, but unable to control Ginobili anywhere on the floor.
Several times he's tried to step out in pick and roll situations and thought he was close enough to affect or block the shot. Turns out Ahadadi was wrong.
Iran playing their 4th game. They're 0-3 in the preliminary rounds. It looks as if Lithuania unbeaten. Argentina will be in. Croatia. And then there's questions. Who will be the 4th team in Group A to advance to the middle round? Here's Ginobili. Blows by his man. Contact, and Ginobili will go to the line.
But again, right at Ahadadi. Ahadadi kind of, wondering. Here's the attack. Look at Ginobili. Just body first. Go right into the big fella. Get yourself 2 free throws. This is a guy who at this point has 29 points. The game not in doubt, but that's how he plays. He plays with that reckless abandon. He sees opportunities to get himself to the free throw line. He saw that Ahadadi was out of position, and the first thing he does, full steam into his body to get himself 2 free throws.
74-57, Argentina by 17. Well, the medal round is yet to be determined, but we're closing in on the 8 teams that will play for a medal as this tournament continues through the weekend and next week. A couple of unbeatens, Lithuania and the United States. Spain as well.
If I'm Sergio Hernandez right now, I have a sub at the table because this is how Manu Ginobili plays. A fearless game, gets in the air, gets the contact. And I think Hernandez is thinking the same thing I'm thinking as he goes. There's a substitution at the bench right now, and I would not be surprised if this is it for Manu Ginobili. Definitely do not need him in at this point in the game. He's done a tremendous job. 31 points. His first missed free throw of the night.
And Argentina's been just around 60% tonight from the free throw line. It made 14 of 22. And Ginobili will come out. He has 32 points.
Again, you'd like to see that reckless abandon in the medal round as opposed to that reckless abandon here against Iran.
And Leo Gutierrez is in. He wears number 12. And a foul there by Antonio Porta. Well, Argentina seems to have found their rhythm after that opening loss to Lithuania when they gave up 79 points.
Again, you read some of the quotes after that game. There was no panic in Argentina. They knew they had shot the ball poorly in that game. Struggle from the perimeter. Just the quotes after the game, just, what? We'll shoot the ball better. We didn't play that bad. I still had a chance to win the game at the end. But that's what experience does for you. Even though you lose the first game, how many teams, losing the first game in group play would panic? Look at on the women's side, Brazil loses in overtime, and now it looks like they're going to be out on the women's side. You look at what Russia did on the men's side, win their first game against Iran and then lose their next 3, and now they're on the outside looking in.
Well, Lithuania looked good earlier today. They beat Croatia. They seem to be peaking in this tournament. Deep in the corner and a 3-pointer. Iran has been outstanding from outside. Mahdi Kamrani is hit again. And an answer on the 3-point line from Gutierrez. They try to go alley-oop to Ahadadi, and the loose ball ends up in the hands of Saknarev, and he scores. So they're just trading baskets at this point with under 8 minutes to go. Here's Delfino. Pumps it inside to Gutierrez. The hook no good.
And again right now, by design. The only player in the top 6 right now for Argentina on the floor is Delfino. The other 4 players on the floor have had minimal playing time to this point in the tournament. It looks like that's what Sergio Hernandez wants to finish the game with.
Nika has 9 for Iran. They trail by 14. Under 7 minutes to go. Well, for Hernandez, he's got to want to see some of these players in tournament action, but you never know. You get foul trouble, you need 4 or 5 minutes from somebody, and you got to be able to feel like confident enough to bring them in. Kick in the corner for 3.
One of the things he certainly doesn't want is this game to get close again, where you'd have to bring a Manu Ginobili or some of his other top 6 players back into the game. Iran has fought back here, cut the lead back to 11.
They've outscored Argentina 10-6 in the 4th, 78-67. Argentina by 11, 78-67 here in the 4th quarter. Mike Crispino and Bob Salmi from our New York studios as we bring you the Beijing Games on NBC's Olympic Channel in HD. Coming up next, Greece and Angola. And the corner jumper, that's an important field goal by Paulo Quinteras as Iran had cut the lead down to 11.
Quinteras may have hit the shot that keeps Manu Ginobili and some of the other starters on the bench for the remainder of the 4th quarter.
Well, we do know at this point who the number 1 and 2 teams, it looks like, will be in the middle rounds from each group. If Argentina wins this one, they would finish 2nd. Lithuania unbeaten so far. United States unbeaten, along with Spain. So it's the 3rd and 4th spots in each of the groups still up for grabs here as we play into the back end of the preliminary round. But that's where it gets a little dicey. It's tough to figure who exactly will be the 3rd and 4th teams, and those will be the teams with the toughest assignments.
No question, because those are the teams that will play the top 2 seeds in the other group to open group play, or excuse me, to open the round of 8 play. And no bigger game than the one coming up between China and Germany, which has big ramifications in terms of who gets in and who doesn't.
They're both 1 and 2. Greece now 2 and 2. And Haddadi with a fadeaway jumper from 18, and a foul is called. So Germany and China, that's a huge game. Nice inbound play, and the layup that time from Nika, and he's had a good day. He's got 11. There are 3 in double figures. Ahmedafog with a 19. Haddadi with 14 and Nika with 11, but Argentina continues to pour it in from outside. That was Delfino's 2nd bucket. He's got 6. The runner off target and taken down by Scola. Piccioni has it, drives to the basket, feeds Scola, and that is goaltending. Wow, way to run the floor that time. Luis Scola beat Ehedadi down, and it turned into 2 points.
He secured the rebound. He started the break, put his head down, started pumping his arms.
And there's timeout on the floor. Argentina 86, Iran 69 from Beijing.
Pablo corre el eje. Se ve que Luis y Juan están corriendo a la esquina también. Ábranle estos pasos. Y a partir de eso ya está para brincar la bola de él.
Ahmed Hadahi and Iran back on the floor. They trail by 17. Luis Scola and Argentina with the lead. Scola's had a great day. 16 points for him, 7 rebounds, 2 steals, and an assist. Argentina comes out with some three-quarter pressure. They nearly steal it. Now they have numbers, and it's loose. Ehedadi kick in the corner. Off the front rim, no good, and a foul.
So Scola got a little bit of Ehedadi's shorts in his right hand. Both players kind of chuckling a little bit. I don't know if that's how they teach you how to block out at basketball camp, but
well, in Group A, as we were mentioning, Lithuania, Argentina are in position for 1 and 2. Croatia, Australia, and the Russians have a very, very small chance of getting to the middle round. A lot of things have to happen before that would happen.
well, if this game finishes with Iran losing, that cannot happen anymore. A win by Argentina eliminates Russia from the round of 8, and it's looking like, I mean, Croatia has the easiest road to the number 3 spot. They have Iran left on their schedule in the last game of group play, and Australia has Lithuania remaining. So if you look at who's supposed to win those games and how they play to this point in the tournament, 1 through 4 might be set on the A side, with Lithuania first, Argentina second, Croatia third, and Australia fourth.
And most likely that means Australia takes on the United States in round 1, the quarterfinals. Scola again on the baseline, and a nice pass from Prigioni.
You know, as bad as that sounds, after 2 games in group play, when Australia lost by 17 and 15, they'll take it. They looked like they were on the outside looking in after the first 2 games of group play and really turned it around.
Steal by Delfino.
And that's not a good sign with Delfino wincing after finishing on that dunk.
It looked as if he landed awkwardly. Delfino with 8. Ehedadi with a baseline jumper off the front rim, tipped up. Ehedadi gets it back. The biggest lead for Argentina with 3 minutes and 10 seconds left is 90-71. Ehedadi down low, goes to the left hand, and he's able to hook it up and in.
Goes with the left hand hook and the right hand shove. Takes his right hand downstairs and moves the defender out of the way. Able to finish with the left hand.
Ehedadi has 18 points on 6 of 14 shooting. So in Group B, the United States unbeaten, Spain, and then it's Germany, Greece, China, which is still very much up in the air. So 3 teams for those 2 spots.
That game, Germany-China, may determine that last team in Group B to slide into the round of 8.
Here's Delfino. Kicks to Scola, who has shown his offensive ability in this game. Scola's got 18 and 24 minutes of play. He's 8 of 12. Argentina's shooting lights out, 57%. They're doing it with ball movement. They've got 18 assists on those 34 baskets.
And you can look at who's got what remaining and what teams are remaining to play. The number one thing you can do late in group play is take care of business against the team that you're competing with for one of those last spots. Like that Germany-China game, if those two teams end up tied, the first tiebreaker is head-to-head. And no one else really, other than Greece, who would have to lose to Angola, could come back to those two teams for that last spot. That head-to-head game is going to determine the first tiebreaker. It's going to determine who comes out of Group B in that last spot.
So much to be determined before the medal round, which begins in a couple of days. The United States has been impressive. They're going to be tough to beat. Their athleticism and their style of play in these games has really impressed people. The United States had been obviously embarrassed in Athens and struggled on the world stage in the last 4 or 5 years. But this team under Mike Krzyzewski seems to have all the elements to succeed. They've got great depth. They bring the bench, and the bench is able to really turn up the energy and the electricity. And Hedani with a tip. So the United States is going to be tough to beat.
They are going to be tough to beat. And it's interesting. I was watching the women's game against China the other day and saw Jason Kidd sitting in the crowd, so I decided to text him, and he texted back, and I asked him about what Doug Collins had said to the team in Las Vegas, and he had mentioned that Doug was emotional, like almost broke down, talking about what losing that gold medal in 1972 meant to him and how that still stuck with him. And Jason told me that that really hit home with all the players, that they did not want to feel the way that Doug feels coming away from these Olympics without a gold medal. So they're all in. They're all in from a talent standpoint, and they're all in emotionally. And I think that's a big, big part of them going forward, them being in emotionally and tied to that gold medal the way they are after what Doug Collins said to them in Las Vegas.
Makti Kamrani with a three-pointer, and Iran has shot the ball well from outside. They've scored 79 points, most in this tournament for them. 11 of 25 from the three-point arc. Well, it just seems as if the players feel the American pride that is involved in this sport of basketball, which has been bruised severely in the last several seasons around the world. And I think they feel a responsibility not only to themselves, to their coaches, but to the American public, which is a basketball place.
Jason Kidd said to me in his text message that that pain that he saw in Doug's face, that was genuine. That gold medal being taken away from him in 1972 is still something that's very painful for Doug. And to a man, the 12 players on the U.S. men's team looked at Doug and said, I don't want to feel like that after I leave the Olympics in Beijing.
Well, it's a true saying when the cliche goes, you never know what you've missed until it's gone. And the United States has not had the gold medal. They had to watch Argentina stand up on that podium in '04 in Athens.
And give Mike Krzyzewski a little credit prior to the Greece game. Puts a little videotape in. Videotape of Greece celebrating their victory over the United States in the World Championships.
Well, it is tough to sit there and watch the winner celebrate right in front of you, and it's sometimes an image that will stick with you and can be a motivator.
Well, the guys that were there, that Chris Bosh was there and Carmelo Anthony was there, and those two specifically reading their quotes, like, that hit home with me. I didn't want that to happen again. And it was fresh in their minds. Nice little motivational job that by Coach K to throw that out prior to the Greece game. The United States able to win big.
It's been a long journey for this group of American players as Prigioni hits. And he's had a good game for Argentina. Prigioni with 11. They have 3 in double figures. Manu Ginobili leading the way with 32. 4.5 left. And Argentina will win this one to go up their record to 3-1. As they win at 95, make it 97 to 82. As Kamarix dunks the last play of this one. So Ginobili's 32, 20 by Luis Scola, 11 by Pablo Prigioni. as Argentina overcomes the 19 by Hamed Fog and the 21 by Hamed Ehedadi to win. There's Ginobili, and Argentina a 15-point victory.
Well, mission accomplished for Argentina. You kept your minutes down. You got some of your key players some rest. Some of your top 6 players some rest. They have secured the second position. They have secured the second position in their group. Going forward, they can't be caught from behind. Nice job by Argentina. This win also puts Russia out of the tournament. They will not advance to the round of 8.
The Russian Federation can get their bags packed. They will not be playing in the middle round. They have one more game to play, but Argentina with an impressive win, 97-82. For Bob Salmi, I'm Mike Crispino. Thanks for watching the Olympic Basketball Channel on NBC.